Before I get to the main subject, I just wanted to ask you guys if you know of any wig brands that would be really good with my texture hair. Ladies, let me know. Tell me in the comments which wig brand you would suggest for my hair color and texture. I do believe I'm a number 4 still, even though I got some grays coming in. But let me know, and just let me know in the comments. Okay, back to the video. Today I wanted to talk about an extra important subject in the area of beauty, and that is hair. Oh my goodness. So this is a pretty big subject, and it has a lot to do with your health and exercise too, or at least I found it to be so in my journey. So I recently had been spending a lot of time being sedentary, and as I decided to go on my manifestation journey of glowing up, of transforming my life and transforming my health in the process, I noticed that I would make excuses sometimes for why I wouldn't walk or why I wouldn't work out. And it had a lot to do with my mindset and what I thought about femininity and what that equated to with my hair. So first of all, I'm skipping forward. My name is Jerusha, if this is your first time here, and I am documenting my transformational journey. I'm going to write a little bit more about what I'm transforming into, but right now, just know that YouTube is my platform to document my struggles, my ups and downs, and to help keep me accountable to my goals. But anyway, back to the story. So when I was much younger, I was extremely active. I was always outside, always, playing games with people and kids from around the block, play kickball, running. I was usually not the first picked, but I was never last picked for teams. And I was just really an active kid. I liked playing. And, as I grew older and into my teenage years, I would say it was somewhat discouraged of me running and moving and being as active as I was. It was highly encouraged that I become a lady, and that's good, but when it's at the sake of your activity, because a lady sits this way, she doesn't run around, she doesn't sweat, which is absolutely ludicrous. But these were the things that I was beginning to believe were true from various people and authorities in my life. This is what I was taught. So I became less and less active, and I gained a lot of weight, and I have been battling my weight for some time, for years. But one of the things that I noticed was that if I wasn't considered feminine with me ripping and running around, what could make me feminine? What did make me feminine? And hair and beauty and that kind of thing was one of those things I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. If I can grow long hair, if I can grow it beautiful, then I will be feminine, and that will make me feminine. And I love long hair. I think it's gorgeous, but I didn't at that time consider any other types of femininity. And it was doubly more challenging, I would say, for me as a Black woman, because when we grow hair or we grow long hair that's equated with being feminine, it usually doesn't show as long as it is. So curly hair, the curlier it is, the more it shrinks up, and it's not necessarily going to look long and feminine, but it may be long. And it also can be very thick and somewhat hard to, it takes a lot more time, especially when it's longer, to maintain and style and that kind of thing. We get relaxers. That is why we wear wigs. And in my opinion, in my theory, it's many times why Black women may not express themselves in the fullest way physically, as far as like taking care of their health. So I know that it's going to take me 2 to 3 hours just to style and possibly straighten my hair so that it looks longer and feminine. Then am I going to spend all that time doing that and then go work out the next day? No, I am not. That's a lot of work. And it's just, so I was finding myself making the decision between, am I going to mess up my curls? Am I going to mess up this blowout that I just did? Or am I going to go work out? Am I going to go swim? Am I going to go dancing? Because I know I'm going to ruin the work that I put in. So you make that choice. And that's no longer acceptable to me. My health is paramount. And I find that as I get older, it's even becoming more important than being seen or perceived as feminine or beautiful. Even though as a woman I have a right to be considered as much, I don't live in a world that necessarily honors my type of beauty anyway. So why am I wasting my time trying to fight a societal construct that I don't have any control over? I might as well go out there and swim or have some fun. So even though I'm still transforming my mindset too about what is beautiful, what it means to be beautiful, I still have the residue of coming up in this world and believing that femininity equates to long hair and that kind of thing. Not straight hair anymore, but definitely long hair. So I was thinking, you know what, how do I find a solution between what I know is good for my body, know is good for my mind, know is good for my spirit, and that vanity of wanting to be cute. I want to be perceived as feminine and beautiful too. So I was like, okay, what I could do is I could keep my hair, oh, hold on. So I figured what I could do was I could either keep my hair pinned up all the time, which isn't very much fun for me, even though it keeps it easier for me to maintain my health, be consistent with my walking, because I'm not even thinking about my hair. I could cut it off, which no, that's not going to happen. Or I could get a wig. And I was like, why haven't I thought of that and done that before? Like, why not just get something that I can put on and put off easily and that gives me the look that I want and still be able to go out and exercise and maintain my health like I know I need to do. And so that's what I decided to do. That is my solution to the femininity issue, at least for me. As I'm growing, I'm gonna get a wig. So for those of you out there, this is where I'm gonna need your suggestions. I am not very familiar with wigs at all. I've worn them like once before, just when I just didn't feel like doing my hair because it takes so long sometimes, and I just threw on a wig, but I didn't wear it that often. So I'm thinking it's going to be a half wig. But for any of you ladies out there who happen to have hair texture similar to mine and could recommend a couple of wig brands, I'm going to go wig shopping, and I'd love to share, either your stories about your own femininity and how that meant to you in regards to something that society told you, or if you know of any good wig brands that might match my hair. I'm going to be wig shopping, and I think I'm going to do a video on my choices eventually. But that was all I wanted to get on and talk about. Just talking about making it easier on yourself and giving yourself grace that while you're growing, while you're learning, while you're changing, mindset is probably one of the simplest, not easy, but simplest things to transform yourself is transform your mind. But it does take work, and solutions that can make it easier to transition over so you can have the life that you want. Hey, I'm all about that. So guys, that was it. Really all I wanted to talk about, and I will catch you later on the flip side. Take care. Love you. Bye.